Hello, and welcome back to the Credit Genius U Credit Education Series. We have titled this final episode, What's Your Real Name? This week, we want to discuss one of the easiest things that you can do as a consumer to ensure that you always have accurately reporting credit information. What are we talking about? It's simple, really. Every single time you fill out a credit application, you need to use the exact same information. No, really. This is more important than we can really stress in this short video. Okay, let's take a look at why this is so important. When you fill out a credit application, all of that information is then sent over to the credit bureaus for review, whether you end up being approved for the transaction or not. This data is then kept on file at the bureaus, but it's not kept in your file per se. You see, there is not one single file for you at the credit bureaus, but rather a large database of information. Every time you apply for credit, an information query is sent to the credit bureaus, asking them to use the information you provided to find the rest of your credit history in that large database. If you've made it a practice of filling out credit applications with slightly varying information, you have just made it much harder for the bureaus to pull accurate credit data. A perfect example is using a shortened version of your name. Let's say your name is Timothy, for example. Even if your friends call you Tim, you still need to write Timothy on every credit application. Remember that you are asking the credit bureaus to intake millions of pieces of credit data each month, and then recall that data with perfect accuracy every time you need it. And frankly, they do a great job of this, if you give them the same data every time. And while this concept seems so simple in practice, we still service hundreds of clients who have missing, duplicate, or extra information on their credit reports because they are not adhering to a simple policy of using the same information each and every time. Well, that's it, folks. That concludes the Credit Genius U Credit Education Series. If you've been following along and putting each of the lessons learned here into practice, you are absolutely ready to graduate as a credit genius. And as always, if you ever have any credit-related questions, your best bet is to contact your credit repair expert.